Hello and welcome into the Sorare Data Show. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdinho on Sorare. Joined today for the second, or here, I'm here for the second time today, but joined right now by Alistair
Today.
from Sorare Downunder, who I warned just before this. I was like, the intro music's going to play. You might not hear it. And I don't know if you know this, but I can see you, even though
Oh
you
no.
can't see me during it. And I saw the head bobbing and I was like, surely he hears it. And this isn't something else. What do
Yeah, no, I wasn't just bopping to the sound of silence to the
you
thoughts in my head. That would be a little bit unhinged, but maybe. Who
slightly,
knows?
slightly. The the outro music now used to be the intro music for this. And I believe you
Mm.
said you were a fan of it. Do you like the more upbeat beginning?
I feel like the one that just played is kind of suitable for today. People are getting ready to riot. People are taking to the streets. It makes me want to do some graffiti. That one.
Ooh,
But I must say, I like that you left the old one in at the end. I look forward to the. It makes me want to listen to the entire stream now because I do like. I think the outro music is it's classy. I like it.
that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like I
Yeah.
liked it, but it didn't feel like I wasn't coming into streams like all fired up because it was kind of like, how'd you describe it? Succession.
Yeah, a
Uh,
bit of a Succession vibe. I mean,
yeah,
people didn't like it because it was a bit slow, but
right.
people have got no attention to detail these days. Their attention spans are. We got a couple of goldfish out there, so. Mm.
Exactly that. Before we get into the new 10 commandments here, it is, I believe, 7 a.m. your time.
Yes, it is 7 a.m. and my 6-month-old daughter decided that 1 a.m. was when we were all getting up.
Oh,
Normally she gets up, has a bit of a kind of has a feed, goes back to bed, dream sleep, dream feed. Last night she was just up and ready to go, and I tried to get her back to sleep, but she was just not having it. So I just kind of let her, I don't know, live her life, I guess, at 1 in the
be awake.
morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's nothing. It comes a point where like I'm just gonna have to wait until she's tired again. So that was tough, but here we are.
Here
Wouldn't
we
miss it for
are.
the world.
Have you had a chance to see all the MLS stuff?
Well, I was hoping that when she was awake at 1 a.m. that the MLS stuff would have come out, so I could at least, catch up on that kind of thing. But I've had a quick squiz. I don't know. I mean, I think it's interesting seeing people's reactions because I think anyone who thought that the prize pool of a competition where the poster boy on Sorare is Marco Royce was going to be some massive prize. Like, get your expectations in order, guys. This is MLS. You can't be winning $3,000 with a defender that's never scored over 63 points. Like, come on. So I think it was kind of right where I thought it was going to be.
Mhm.
Um, I think Sorare might have missed a trick a little bit in that I think they had pumped people up on MLS. I feel like they did a really good job of making people like, yes, I'm saving my money. I'm going to go all in on MLS. And then I think the prize pools are just that tad bit underwhelming. So I think
Mhm.
people are now going, I don't know if I'm quite as ready to blow my cash as I was 2 days
I
ago.
wasn't. I wasn't sure if the announcement would make you adjust the commandments at all.
It definitely, I mean, the commandments, I'm not in control of
Well,
the
right, right,
commandments.
right,
They
right. You
come
can't change
from,
them, but
the last ones came directly from the Lord. These ones were found on a couple of golden tablets in the desert. So
of
I
course.
can't change them, but it did definitely make me question a few of them. There might, who knows? There might be 10 more in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's. I mean, that's so rare at its peak right there of not being able to keep uh, stone tablets active or up to date. Anyway, thanks everyone for coming in. Looks like Rude, Dan, and Sora Soul on the podium. Congratulations, you three. Bob Franklin not far behind. Sora Burrow. Scozer said, one, expect nothing to ever stay the same except for Commandment 2. Or no, except for the commandment, excuse me. 2, buy cards. 3, buy cards. 4, buy cards. Okay, I see where you're going with that. I see. Jorge, what's up? Major NFT. Where are we? Hold on. Pendulum vibes on the intro music. Not sure if they ever made it big in the US. I don't know them.
Like a drum and bass kind of, I guess like a rock drum and bass hybrid kind of band.
Okay.
Lots of goatees.
Ooh, all right. All right. I'm in.
Mm.
Mikey Basson said, I first read this as the 10 condiments of Sorare, which
Ooh, can we cancel this stream?
I was just about to say, maybe that we should.
better.
No offense to the commandments, but I think we need a little more time to work on the condiments of Sorare.
I think I've got 10 ready to go.
Just ready to go. Is mint jelly? Is it mint jelly that everybody keeps telling me I need to try?
Ooh, I don't know if you need to try it, but it is surprisingly good with a bit of lamb.
That's what I
Do you eat
hear.
lamb in the States? Is lamb a
Yes.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's. I wouldn't say it's like a staple by any means, but yeah, I do. I like a good lamb.
Yeah, sheep of all ages.
Yeah. Hamez says we need more Aussie guests on, better time now than the normal 1 a.m. Yeah, I bet.
There you go.
Mike said, did you find any commandments in the gaps between tiles? That's an inside.
No.
Actually, it's not that inside.
Well.
Oh, I mean, it's I guess it's literally an inside.
I remember telling everyone what I did for a living, and I immediately regretted it at the time, and I still regret it to this day.
Fair enough.
I just said I'm a astronaut or something.
Yeah.
I'm an
I was
astronaut.
just at the space station. You guys didn't realize? That's why.
I'd get less questions if I was an astronaut.
Right. Not from me. You would get way more questions from me. But I've always been somebody very interested in jobs. So that you telling that story, I was on the edge of my seat. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, the 10 Commandments. I'll be honest. I did absolutely zero preparation for this one. So I didn't even go back and figure out the last 10 or the first 10, I guess. Do they have any bearing on the next 10? The new 10?
Well, I did go back through the old commandments, the Old Testament and the New Testament.
Of course.
And, a lot of them have changed. Like, we live in a new world now. I think previously the commandments were a little bit more important because there was so much more on the line. But I think they definitely needed a refresh. There's a couple that may have kind of influenced or snuck into the new commandments. I'm not quite sure what we call this. We had the Old Testament, the New Testament. This needs to be, Revelation, the rapture, something along those lines. Yeah, this is the end times.
Do you count down? Like, I know the original ones.
Oh, you mean D5?
10, but do you do 10?
D4, D3. I love how they tried to revolutionize counting down the days.
So I remember when they used it. What was the first time they used it? It was the winter update. They were like D1, and I thought they were calling it like the D1 update, and I was like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I only figured it out this morning. So, how did the previous stream go? Was it fiery?
It was really funny to watch Sean basically shit all over it, and Deke wanting to be so positive, and I think he was positive through the end. I think he held on, but like the shoulders like slump a little bit, and he's like, "No, this is still great." And Sean's like, "This sucks." And no spoilers, of course, but
okay. Looking forward to listening to that.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I saw a comment there about AS and BS and AS after Simon. So After Dark listeners will know that we had a special guest appearance from Simon last week. Now, I've spent, since Simon left the platform, newsflash, everybody, Simon has left the platform again. He's quit again. I've tried to get him back on to Sorare. Like, I'm like, oh, they've got an all MLS competition. That's, this is our time to shine, right? And his reaction to me trying to get him to rejoin Sorare is like trying to get your granddad to go back to Vietnam. He's just having none of it. It's like, yeah, granddad, they've got these really cool tours. You can go through the old traps that they used to have. And he's like, no, I'm not going back.
Did he actually delete his account, or is it just empty?
I think it's just empty. So
there's still hope.
Still hope.
Yeah,
there's still hope. Yeah.
Yeah. Did he actually sell everything? I haven't checked his.
I think so. Yeah, I think he did. Including all the free cards that he got.
I was going to say there were a bunch of gifts in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh well.
Harry Trades was the
Capitalism,
first
baby.
person I ever gave a card to, then sold it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, actually,
What
now
did
that I
he?
say that, he might have given it away in one of his like big streams.
That's kind of worse. That's
Is
like
it?
it's like stolen valor, but like philanthropist valor. Oh, I'm just giving this one away out of the goodness of my heart. Like and subscribe. He's getting likes and subscribes off the
Right,
back of your hard
off the back
work.
of my cards, yeah. My gifts.
Yeah, yeah. You're grifting. He's gifting. Not
Hmm.
a fan. Cancel Harry Trades.
Yeah, really, really. What's funny is that I think I mentioned this on the stream yesterday. I had 2 different people send me offers of cards, like, just to give me cards, and I didn't understand why, and one of them reached out to me, and they were like, I'm gonna do nothing with these cards. You can just have them." And they weren't,
Wow.
like, great cards. I mean, they are I've never heard of any of these guys. And I was like, they were saying I wanted to give them away, but no, everybody keeps rejecting my offer. Like literally, it's offer for nothing. And I
Yep.
was like, well, I don't really want them, but like, can I give them away? And he was like, yeah, do whatever you want with them. And so I'm
Wow.
going to give these cards away, but at least I feel like I'm not Harry, who's
Mm.
just like receiving something, being like, thank you so much. I will cherish this forever, and then giving it away.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Receiving an offer for cards with nothing in return just makes you think that you're gonna click accept and then your bank account will be empty the next day.
That's exactly how I felt.
It's a good instinct. It's a good instinct that that's what you thought.
I was like, I've done this crypto thing long enough to know that if it looks too good, all these people with their YouTube comments of like, "Great show, can you help me? Here's my seed phrase. If you could just," I'm like,
Yeah. No. By the way, before we get into the commandments, if anyone wants to buy a signed Diamond Team jersey, it's all yours. I'll start the bidding at £100.
wow, it goes down, I assume, after the Dutch auction.
Yeah, yeah, it's a reverse auction.
Do you think you would get more for it if you included a hamburger with the actual hamburger jersey?
I mean, that would pretty much like triple the value of the jersey. So yeah, I think so.
Have you tried to get the signatures out?
I keep thinking about it and then going, do I really want to go and spend like $45 on the amount of dye remover that I'm going to need to buy to remove it? So, because it's on white as well, so it's
Yeah.
going to be like tattoo removal. When you're like, my tattoo's gone. It's like, oh, you had an eagle there. I can see exactly what you had. Tattoo removal's not that great, you know.
Now you just have an eagle burned instead of tattooed.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I might just wear it on streams where people get the joke.
Surely there's not a name on the back, right?
No.
That would be kind of funny if they got like the whole team to sign a specific player's jersey.
Hmm.
I don't know why.
A friend of mine got he received a Fiorentina jersey, and it was a Lucas Beltran jersey with the name and the number, and it was just signed tastefully in the corner by him. Totally still wearable, in my opinion. So I don't know why I didn't get one of those, because yeah, these signatures without any kind of, it didn't come with a certificate of authenticity or a list of who's who. They could be anyone, you know. But
So
hey.
I've received 2 jerseys from Sorare, signed jerseys, and not once did I get a certificate of authenticity. And I traded. So I got the Midtjylland one that I was showing you before, and then I got a Zagreb one. And I traded the Zagreb one for another Midtjylland one. And so of the 3 that I've been involved with, no certificates of authenticity. And I haven't looked that hard, but like I have no idea if any of these players are actually players. Like they could be everyone from the Sorare office. They could be 20 people from outside the Sorare office that they were just like, please
sign this jersey of a team that no one knows about. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, look, if anyone does want this jersey, I will send it to you for free, because I have no, I mean, it is match worn now, technically. But please hit me up.
Stream worn.
Because I'm probably never going to wear it again. So it's a nice jersey too. I'm quite annoyed that it's been ruined.
Can I please exchange this for a non-signed?
I was
There
so
was
I was so pumped when because I got it when they did that promotion of the, like, buy a Christmas card, potentially win a jersey, and it
yeah.
said just, like, free mystery jersey, didn't say anything about signed. So when I won that, I was pumped. I mean, I spent $300 on Benfica cards as a result, so but I was pumped because I got a jersey. Nah, Sorare let me down.
How much did you think you were getting was it Benfica you said?
Yeah, Benfica, yeah.
Did you think you were going to possibly get a Benfica jersey? Or would that be like too easy for them?
It did cross my mind, and I was hoping that was gonna be the case, but, I mean, this is not in these 10 commandments, but one of the previous 10 commandments, which we should all still adhere to, is don't get your hopes up. So I was a little bit of a naughty sinner boy.
Ricamon said there are 3 Derby County signed shirts with my signature. I don't think Ricamon is a professional footballer.
You could be a backup goalkeeper.
Your own jersey, your own signature, or somebody's? Like, did you write your own name on it? Mike said I was so glad when my supposed signed jersey came through unsigned. I was
It's gotta be
pumped.
easier for Sorare as well if they can just send out everyone. No one wants a signed jersey unless it's like a jersey of a team you care about. So don't go to the trouble of getting them signed. Just send them out.
I was really excited when this Midtjylland came. I put it on, perfect fit, and then I was like, oh, it's signed. Kai said they'll take your hamburger jersey, sell it, and then make a donation to the Great Barrier Reef Foundation.
Hey, I mean, Great Barrier Reef's great. It's something worth saving, I suppose. So yeah, go for it.
There we go. Let's get into the commandments.
Let's do it. Okay. So I mean, obviously previously it was just Simon and I kind of spouting them to an empty room, dressed as monks. We've got the chat now, so I guess it's a little bit more interactive. Feel free to disagree, agree. Again, they are written on gold tablets. I can't change them, but feel free to voice your opinion. That's what Sorare is all about. All right, let's go. First one. Okay. This one, I think we all kind of know this inherently already. Thou shalt always craft at 20 essence. Now, there's plenty of people out there think they can like grind their way to a tier 1, a tier 0, like a greedy little piggy. But the Sorare gods, they see this as weakness. All they're going to do is if you hold your essence all the way to tier 0, they're just going to punish you with a Croatian backup goalkeeper. Craft a 20 essence. It has been written.
I think that's the easiest one, having not heard any of the other 9. But the biggest argument that I always heard about doing that is crafting at the level 5, whatever the hell they call it, 5th threshold. I can't even say it out loud. Is your expectations are so low that like if it's really bad, you're just like, oh yeah, whatever. And there's only upside.
Yeah.
And crafting at 500 is the total opposite. That you're almost guaranteed to just be like, what the fuck is this? And yeah.
I mean, I think I've only seen people crafting limiteds at 500. I mean, you've got to really boggles my mind to think how long it would take to accumulate 500 essence in rare or super rare. I mean, it's beyond me.
So the only thing I was going to bring up about that is because I saw 2 absurd crafts the other day by Nanzo. And I'm like, if anybody is going to be able to get to 500, it's Nanzo. And he crafted a rare Rafinha and a super rare Maxim de Kuiper and a super rare Vitinha. And I was like, those are I guess that's what happens with people like Nanzo.
Yeah, well, I hope he enjoys those cards in hell because he's a sinner.
I think if you had as many cards as he did, you would probably not craft at tier 5.
True. No, he may have ascended. Yeah. He may be above our earthly rules.
I'm looking at his gallery now. He has over 1,000 super rares. And so getting a couple tier 5 super rares probably is yeah. I'll also add that before you said that one, I got this like nervous energy. I was like,
Ooh,
"Oh, what are we
that's
doing here?"
good. Listen, the gold
Yeah,
tablets, they have that effect on people.
for real, for real.
Mm. Bob Franklin says, "I have 96 rare essence. Must I craft?" Absolutely. What's that? Four crafts and a bit. Four crafts.
Um,
You might be
3 crafts.
tempted to hold out 4 more essence. You'd think that
Mhm.
would make the most sense, but that is incorrect. Actually, yes, no, it's incorrect.
But he's already
Spin that
too
wheel.
late. Like, if he's already missed tier
Ah,
4, and so, like, does the
mm,
like, can once you've sinned, does the size of the sin even matter?
no, there's no. Well, I guess
Uh,
you could see this as some kind of repentance, maybe. A little confession.
mhm.
Maybe, Bob, if you tell it to a man in a dress behind a curtain, you can you can be forgiven. All right, let's go. Let's keep cracking. All right,
Yeah.
number 2. Now I think this one is quite kind of poignant for the day. Thou shalt not dwell on the past. Now I know we've got lots of sinners here. Many have come and gone. Many have left us. Many remain. I know it was nice to sell a Lucas Zelarayan for 1 ETH. Shout out to Trip and B. That was nice. Sure, it was nice to get a $50 threshold as like an afterthought. That was nice. Sure. But those days are over. We are in the new age. And if you want to be close to the Lord, you must live in the present.
That one really hits home. I think how did that not make the first 10?
I think back then it was okay. It
Back then
was
it
all
was
right.
okay,
It
yeah.
was a different time. It was a different time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Uh, I think that is, like, literally the most poignant thing anybody could ever say on a Sorare podcast.
Mm.
As simple as that.
I think at the time of the last 10 commandments, I was so deep in the past that I could never have had the presence of mind to interpret a commandment that told me to live in the present. But I think now I've come to a place of peace.
Sora still whilst Osmar still has blood in his veins, I cannot abide by that. I
He'll be back. He'll be back. Look to the future.
I really thought he was, like, definitely coming back, and then I guess they didn't get promoted.
Hmm.
Good old Soul Eland.
He
That's
might
where
get a move.
this is where he is now.
Oh yeah, Soul Eland. Is it like a they play FIFA or something? Is that the what's?
You would think. You would think.
Yeah.
They're like their second division team in Seoul. Like, he didn't move out of Seoul. He was just like wasn't re-signing with FC Seoul, and he's like, "Well, I'm not moving." Anyone who's moved house knows how much of a pain in the ass it is. And he's like, "I'm going to go play for that esports club over there."
Yeah, okay, that just confirms that Osmar is not a human being. He's a robot controlled by nerds. All
So
right,
what are you voting
speaking of nerds, let's roll on to number 3.
for?
Okay,
Okay.
now this one might be a little bit controversial, and I might ruffle a few feathers. Well, the tablets may ruffle some feathers, not me. Thou shalt not bot. Now this one's a bit of a one for the purists. I know there's always that cheap temptation of slinging some trash at a bot and hoping that you get some measly scrap of nothingness, fed down to you by the bots on high. These are false idols. The Lords of Sorare say that profit is earned through negotiation and Discord chats and insults and Google Translate, not through the robots that are threatening to kill us all. I have spoken.
Well, the tablets have spoken.
The tablets have spoken through me, of course, as their vessel.
So I got
I can see you're a dirty sinner. I can see it on your face right now. Look at you.
I haven't sinned in a while, actually. But
They're
only
making it
because
hard to sin, the bots, I will say. They're making it real tricky to sin.
But I got a comment on a video that this kind of fits in, and they wrote, what is the easiest way to sell everything you don't want anymore for a reasonable bit higher than a bot price?
See above. Google Translate. Talk to a French guy. Make it happen. Grind. Hustle.
Did Simon use a bot to get out?
No, He did it old school. He did it old school. By the way, I saw someone commented earlier that they looked at Simon's gallery. He has one card remaining. Can you guess what that card is?
Is it the Sho Sasaki I gave him?
No, he sold that one.
It's probably the first one out.
No, I believe it's his rare Sebastian Blanco, Papa, of course.
Okay, yeah. That one's worth more in the gallery than anywhere else.
I'm still holding out for my Sebastian Blanco unique, but Pavel has them all, which is, again, he's not a bot, I suppose, but still, I'm not getting that Sebastian Blanco as the end result there. Doesn't matter if Sebastian Blanco is dead. Pavel will still not sell it to me for less than
no chance.
3 ETH. Yeah.
Sean
Do it, Sean.
My 20th essence via Rivals. Must craft now. This is the way. I mean, shout out, Sean, to still playing Rivals.
Yeah. just destroying everyone because there's no one there to play
All 14 people left, yeah. Anyway.
Oh, dear. Alrighty. This one is... Oh, no, actually, we'll skip one. Fuck it. We'll keep going. All right. This one is particularly...
Why would we skip it, though?
We're not going to skip it. We'll go back to it, but the momentum's with me now. Okay. The Lord is speaking through me. All right. Particularly relevant for today. I didn't write this today. I didn't find this on the tablet today. This has always been. Thou shalt not play super rare. Just don't do it. I think we thought for a while, there was a few of us out there that thought that this would please the gods. We're zigging when people are zagging. Super rare is undervalued. They look cool. There's the scarcity's there. It should be a good division. But I think what's really true is that the gods think that playing super rare is a sin, and they will punish you with super rare level ups and DMP tier 1 goalkeepers until we learn our lesson and just stop. No more.
I wish the tablets were wrong, but I think they're right.
Are never wrong. Yeah. We just need to stop. Just send Pranksy $5,000 a week, and then the rest of us can just live in peace.
Oh, Sorare should. I was like, I can't send them 5,000.
Not us, no, of course, no. Sorare should just be like, yep, keep tweeting about us while you're on the train. Keep wearing our hat. Here's $5,000 a week. Let the people go.
Yeah. So I think this actually combines with the earlier one of like not looking back, because like the super rares I have, I just like look at some of them that I was like so excited to get when I got them, and I was just like there's not a feeling of accomplishment, because it's absolutely shame now, at least, that I have these cards, but every time I set like a super rare lineup, I just like think back like, man, these used to be so fun. And I'm like, maybe they'll be fun when I make this lineup. And then I inevitably don't win anything. Actually, what I did today, I was spending my level ups because we have whatever it is, 5 days left to do it all. And when it came across my Alexander Schultz super rare, and I was like,
ooh,
I was fucking pumped when I got that card. People were DMing me like, that is a great buy. And he went to Qatar like the next day. And yet I still see it. And I'm like, maybe he'll come back.
Maybe one day. Yeah. Every now and then my Julian Dessart super rare pops up in an Asian Champions League game and I get a little excited, and then he rolls out a 53. So yeah, it's just, super rares, it's like a nice big pair of tits. It's exciting, but it's just temptation. Stay away. Avert your eyes. All right. Scrolling on. Let's go. I'll go back to the one I skipped. Okay. Thou shalt trust the pick score. Now, I know you'll approve of this one, being a Sorare Data Daddy, but I think we're all guilty of this. We think we know better, C for Giovanni Di Lorenzo. What are you talking about? I know he hasn't scored above 48 points in 2 months, but I know better. Trust me. You don't know better. There's a bunch of eggheads over at Sorare Data. They have the data, and they know better. So trust the boys. Trust the pick score. You can't go wrong.
So I obviously completely agree. I'm fully convinced that over the like lifespan of a Sorare manager, that if they just used pick scores to make their lineups, like did the suggest a lineup button for everything, that they would be better than them making their own lineups. Fully
Yep.
convinced.
Yep. Hmm. Yep.
I don't do it, but I'm
Absolutely.
convinced.
All right. No arguments from anyone on that one. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. All right. Number 6. Thou shalt deny the ongoing clean sheet notification. Now, Sorare thought they'd, try and copy Sorare data. We'll bring out an app. It'll be great. It'll be just like Sorare data, but better. Pretty much exactly the same, except for one feature being the ongoing clean sheet notification. We didn't get that with Sorare data. We only got bad news when it came to goalkeepers. They've just added this little fun, little extra for us. Hey, there's 30 minutes to go. Things could go well for you. Get your hopes up. Wrong. If you see that, you're already dead. It's the black dog. Turn it off. Don't look at it. Ignore it at all costs. It is a sin.
Can you turn that one off? Can you turn like into like
Turn them all off.
the one that get like, because I have like some cards that play either late at night, like I'm asleep, or in the middle of the night, like J League and K League for me. And to wake up and I see my notifications like so and so has the clean sheet from 6 hours ago, or it's like 30 minutes ago, 6 hours ago, and there's no other one. Like they got it, and you're just like, ah, it gets
Yeah, it's the devil. It's so bad because I try and ignore it. I try and just leave it, but every time I just take a little. I'm trying to check my email and I just see it. Oh no! And then they immediately lose their clean sheet. It's cursed magic. It's horrible.
And I always hope that it's the final one when it comes up, because like the picture pops up of the goalie, and I'm just like, oh, he got the clean. Oh, he doesn't have it yet. And then inevitably, just waiting for like the oops, he conceded a
Rejoice.
penalty.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
Oh yeah. The conceding a penalty one that's that error led to goal. That's brutal. That's brutal. Yikes. Okay, moving on. Now this one.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry. Go on.
Because you were saying,
on,
what do you
please.
use the Sorare app for? This isn't me like trying to throw shade on them. I'm just genuinely curious.
No. I enjoy that I now get notifications when someone's made me an offer or something like that, which is once every 4 months. So
But just
not
in
a big
case.
deal. Your sale has ended. Oh, okay, cool.
I hate that. That's the worst one. The worst one.
That's good to know. So that's handy. That kind of changed the game a little bit. But other than that, I don't think I use the actual app that much. I've never used it to submit a lineup. I'm more of a desktop boy. I think in general, apps, like I've got a bit of a vendetta against using apps, but every company wants to use an app. It's like, oh, just you want to sign up for the gym? Just download our app. But companies aren't yet sophisticated enough to make a good app or a good user experience on their apps. There's maybe 8 apps in the entire world that are good to use. The rest are all terrible. So I as much as possible try and just stay old school, but they're making it harder and harder every day.
The only thing that gets me is when I open the app and get an offer, or maybe I want to buy a card and then I can't actually do it through the app. Like, I don't know if this is everywhere, but like I have an Android phone.
You got to go to the website, yeah.
Right. And it's like, oh, just click this button and go to a website that looks just like this, but you can actually use it. And I'm like, so why am I using this one? If I,
yeah, I don't know what they could really do to make it better. I don't know. Again, maybe if Sorare data didn't exist, it would be great. Well, it wouldn't be great, but it would be. Yeah, we would be happy that it existed, but we don't.
I will
it does,
say
so we
that
don't.
The only thing that I noticed with them, and I don't understand why it's the case, but for NBA, you can track your lineups with like the Sorare data view where it's like all 5 cards in a line, but they don't have it for football for some reason. So you get like the huge, like, 2-2-1, and I'm just like, I just want the 5.
Yeah, I do like that on NBA. Kind of, there's like a ticker across the top that tells you where you are in different competitions. Yeah,
Very simple.
like that. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
All right, where were we? Okay, this one is actually a carryover from the New Testament, and it's as relevant today as it ever was, and it is "Thou shalt have ambition." I think, particularly with this morning's announcement with the glory box or whatever they've called the what did they call it? What's it called?
Hot
What's the
streaks.
super rare one that makes no sense? It's like glory hole. No.
Hold on. I don't even play it, so I'm like, oh, I don't even care what it's called. Golden goal.
Golden goal. Yep. Sure. Yep.
That makes no
no
sense
at
but
all.
sure.
Yeah. Also, I mean, we can. I'm sure it's been already discussed, but my first thought when I saw that was like $500 split between everyone who hits 600 points. What? Anyway, we're not going into that. We're not going to that. We're talking about ambition.
Yes.
All right. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it applies just as much today as it always did. It used to be kind of, I guess, about thresholds, I suppose, when we had those thresholds in. But now, they have these kind of pick your score things. Always go for the 1,000 essence or whatever the ridiculous prize is that they offer for the impossible thing. Sounds impossible. That's just the devil. Go for it. Don't go for the safe option. Stick it in. Go hard, and you will be rewarded. Well, you probably won't be rewarded. You definitely won't be rewarded, but it's brownie points for the man upstairs.
It'll help for next time. Mike is calling it the goal.
I'd play that. See, I'd play that.
The
There you go, Mikey Baston just fixed Sorare.
Speaking of
It would be
ambition,
so amazing if they're like the golden hole. Sorry.
Just so we're clear, ambition stops at rare, though.
Yeah, of course. Anything above rare is just stupidity. Follow the as in all religions. There's going to be some contradictions. Just deal with it. Follow them all as best you can.
Right, as best you can.
As best you can.
I'm pretty sure that's actually never the advice, but
yeah. Have bacon on some days,
right.
On weekends. All right.
Orthodox Sorare players here.
Yeah. The next 3 are all bacon related, so
these are my favorite then.
All right, now you will also love this one. Actually, you'll like the next 2. Thou shalt honor the collection. Of course, by some miracle you score enough points and you actually win a card. Hasn't happened to anyone I know for a long time.
Yeah, but don't look back.
You might spin that wheel at 20 essence. You might get a card. You might somehow scrape a tier 5 in some competition somewhere. What are you going to do? You get that card. You look at your collection score. Hey, you're 1 card away from 2%. 1%. No, it's 1%. 1% is the first one, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. 1 more card, 1% bonus. Pretty simple. You can buy the cheapest guy, couple of bucks, easy 1%, right? But what are you going to do with 1%? Is that going to make a difference? You've got to get the 2%, right? You need at least 3. If you're a serious person in any way, you've got to get at least 3, right? But hey, you've come this far. You're halfway there. Really, do you want to stop at 3? You basically think of what you could win with a 5% hamburger collection. Lots. You could go for 4, but that's something about that's just not right. 4 feels weird. Just buy them all, you degenerates. Follow the book, follow the Lord, honor the collection.
So I would argue that 3, you're not even serious if you only go to 3.
It's a joke, really.
Yeah. And so you're at 3 anyway. 3 is basically 0. Yeah. And 4 is just the the nut low of trying. That you're just like, whatever. Yeah, I guess I'll do it. But 5 is where we separate the men from the boys.
And people might say like, oh, well, shouldn't you just collect teams that you like? Absolutely not.
What?
Absolutely not. I have a Galatasaray stack, and I've never watched a game. I do not care one bit. It's just because I have a Dries Mertens, and they offered me some promo, and I bought them all because I'm a good boy.
Yep. I don't even know where Midtjylland is.
No, no one does.
Just kidding.
I think it exists. Middle Earth.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not getting much in the chat, so I think everyone just obviously agrees.
They're just on the edge of their seats waiting to find out how guilty they are of all of their sins.
Yeah. Everyone's just crying. Everyone's really sad. Oh, no. All right. Number 9. Thou shalt not mention the burn mechanism.
Thank God.
Because if you do, the dark angel from on high, Lairdinho, will come down and he will fuck you up.
I'm the dark angel.
I've seen it happen. It's horrible. Don't even tempt the gods. I've seen it happen. It's bad. Hell hath no fury like a laird discussing bird mechanisms.
I think there is nothing that exposes somebody that they have absolutely no idea what they're talking about than when they bring up a burn mechanism.
Yeah. It's not worth it, guys.
That's all.
The common burn mechanism, I mean, Dobbs is going straight to hell. Good one. You just keep your doors locked tonight because you might get a little visit from, a certain American. Yeah, it worries me greatly that they're playing around with a common burn mechanism.
How do I say this as nicely as I can? I think they are doing it at the common level because those are the people who don't know what they're doing. And so they're just like, yeah, we got it. Here's your burn mechanism. Sure. Please don't talk to the real players. Please just play with your white cards here and just burn them.
All right. Now say it not as nicely as you can.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I haven't played like a common football game in 5 years. So I probably shouldn't speak on it.
I put one in this weekend, this midweek, because I didn't have anything else, so didn't win anything.
Shocking!
Can't believe it.
You should just burn them then.
Yeah, I mean, I should have really. If I'd been following the commandments, I should have just gone and bought, a Celtic stack or something.
You're right.
Yeah, really zig when people zag. Think differently. All right, are we ready for the last commandment?
Did we do the one that you said you wanted to skip?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the pick score.
Which one?
Pick score was the one I accidentally skipped. Yeah. We went back to that one. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Now, this one I think is probably the most timely. There's a lot of furious people out there today. Anytime a Sorare announcement is made, I know PSU fans is having an aneurysm. People are angry. They're taken to the streets. But according to the Lord, I haven't been paid for this. I might have been paid for this. Thou shalt trust the team. Have they led us astray from time to time? Sure. Have they let us down with disappointing gameplay updates? Sure. Have they? Does the guy that does their Instagram reels make you want to be a little bit sick in your mouth? Also, yes. But if you're a true believer out there, and I think at this point you have to be if you're still playing Sorare, I think we're all here for the love of the game, surely. What else could we be here for? Just trust that Nicola and Dan and Momo and Zinedine Zidane will lead us to the promised land once more. And we will all be millionaires. Only if you don't sin.
Right.
Germ gets it.
I agree.
Thank you.
I mean, what else can you do in a game you love so much that other than
Exactly. There's a couple of sinners in the Discord, I know, but they'll be punished.
How
Right,
do you
there we go.
how do you
That's
think the
it.
community how do you think the community would respond if like somebody won a reward and it was like really bad and the response to Sorare was like, "You've sinned by not trusting the team."
I think that would make the game really good.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think that would be great if they were like, sorry, it looks like you didn't complete your Wolfsburg collection. Enjoy your DMP goalkeeper, dickhead. Like
Yeah.
that would be amazing. And they didn't tell you what the sin was, and you had to think about what you'd
Mhm.
done. And you're like, I didn't put Trent Alexander-Arnold in on a C pick score, did I? Oh no,
Yeah.
You'd really have people on edge playing the game as it should be played. So I'm for it. And we would have to trust the team if they did it. So it's a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy there.
That's an interesting one. Like it almost proves the seriousness of the commandments. If all of a sudden they, although I don't remember somewhere in the commandments saying Sorare would call you out publicly for, but anyway.
Yeah, and send Laird to your house to beat you over the head if you mention the burn mechanism. Yeah, but
Right.
I think I don't know why anyone would think that this was not a real serious thing.
For real.
Not made up. Mike Baston, he's saying trust the team can GF. I don't know about that. What does GF mean? Go fund me? The team can go to my GoFundMe. Well, Mike Baston, congratulations on never winning a reward again. Sinner.
Do you think that's better than winning bad rewards?
Oh, God. As someone who hasn't won a reward in a long time, I don't know. Ooh, probably.
I'm just trying to think of like we've all won bad rewards. And that feeling, I think, is worse than not winning.
I think that the worst feeling, even worse than winning a bad reward or not getting a reward, is getting a reward and then having to sit through that ridiculous prize reveal that they've changed to for no reason. The one that's like, then your card just appears. It's terrible.
Isn't it like, doesn't it pop up from the bottom or something like that?
It pops up at like 8 times speed unless I've got some
It's
setting.
really fast.
It's fast, and it's like you can see the box around the logo. Like, it's bad. It's really bad. And every time I do win a reward, it makes me want to end it all.
I haven't won enough to analyze it, but it is less exciting. I will say that.
Yeah, it's too quick. Recommand is right. You need some suspense. I mean, they've got it pretty dialed in with the essence crafting, Then he appears.
Tolga said it's probably a bug, and they'll update it.
I can't believe it's taken like 4 months for me to come on a podcast for this problem to be fixed.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so quick I didn't know how to react.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the MLS stuff? I mean, I'm sure you probably I'm assuming you were told on Twitter not to talk over Sean, so I'm assuming you followed that guy's advice and just stayed quiet.
Of course.
But how do you feel about it? Are you going to plunge the life savings into Emil Forsberg?
Yeah, real stand-up citizen. I guess he could be a stand-up citizen, just maybe not husband of the year. Although it's 2025. Yeah. I'm just not a big MLS guy anyway. Like, I know that like I'm American and everyone's like, oh, you must love MLS, but like I don't really have that many MLS cards. And I hate to say this, I'll probably play just because like it's there.
Yeah. The element of, I mean, I don't think you can be blamed for it. It's wild that people are like, you're American, you must love mediocre football, right? Instead of watching the proper footballers run around.
It's easier for me to watch like the Premier League and the Bundesliga than it is,
of course,
MLS.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's nice to watch.
No. I don't mean like choosing. Like,
oh, you mean I see what you mean.
To physically actually watch it it's easier for me, and it's probably more similar now. But like for years, MLS was like were on 5 different networks. All times were all over the place, and it was like, oh, would you just like to watch the Premier League when you wake up on a Saturday morning on your main television station? And I was like, yes, I do.
Perfect.
Sure.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Yeah, because what MLS is on dinner time for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, MLS that's for me. That's my Premier League. That's on first thing in the morning, so it's good. Whack it on. Have some breakfast. It's lovely.
Prem is first thing in the morning for you?
No, MLS is.
Oh, MLS is. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, like Prem is for me. Yes. How do you like these upside down Australia jokes?
It's very good. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you try watching the A League, you're going to end up upside down somehow, probably from just.
So we said MLS highlights are more fun than Prem highlights. That's probably true. But yeah, I just like MLS was just never a league that I like really cared about.
It kind of has a double whammy for you as well, because if it's on during family time, you're going to be getting a notification being like, your goalkeeper has lost their clean sheet. They definitely have. And you're like, oh God, now I don't want to hang out with my family. Like it's a bummer when you get that. And it's much better to get that first thing is it better to get it first thing in the morning? I don't know, probably. I've definitely had moments where I'm at a social event and I get a negative, decisive notification, and it does kind of bum me out.
My only thought is like, if you get it first thing in the morning, it usually, for me at least, it's like, well, I have the whole day for somebody to get a positive decisive and pick me right back up. And it doesn't work, but at least I have that fleeting thought of like, this could get better. And when it's at night, you're just like, oh, now I'm like angry all night, and eventually I'll go to sleep angry.
Yeah, never go to sleep angry. That's what they say. Yeah, leading cause of divorce. Sorare, thanks. Cheers.
The goalkeeper concessions are the leading nighttime goalkeeper concessions, the leading cause of divorce.
Oh, fuck, 99th minute. I'm leaving.
This is just not for me anymore.
Oh, dear.
Mike said the A-League having a replica toilet seat as the trophy says everything about its quality. I've never seen the
yeah, look it up. It's actually not a replica toilet seat. It does double as a toilet seat, and the winning team gets to share it.
It's just this
take turns. Thing? Yeah, they get to take turns in using it. I mean, it's quite a wide toilet seat, so you can really get some good, action through it.
Looks
like the captain usually gets first use, and then it goes, down the team in order. They drop it off at each other's houses, use it for a week, pass it on. So it's tradition.
Mm-hmm. It looks like an aura ring, if anybody knows.
Yeah, for your head.
Yeah, right.
The aura crown.
Yeah.
Did we just come up with the best product of all time?
We might have.
Oh, this? It's my aura crown.
Yeah. How do you know you sleep well without
testosterone is? Yeah. Just lying in bed with a giant metal ring on your head to sleep better.
Welsh Football League trophy.
Let's go.
Wow. Okay.
Whoa. That looks dangerous. Take an eye out with that thing. Looks
like
fragile
multiple.
As
like
well.
It is super sharp. Meaning like literally like you could impale
proper
yourself.
Weapon. Damn. Oh, it's huge too. You can see it kind of with a human for scale. Cymru. How do you pronounce that?
Cymru.
It's probably like long donk. Yeah. Golden Throne. Yep. Amen. I was watching some A-League over the Christmas break. Man, it's every time I see a game, I feel bad about all the campaigning I did to bring it onto Sorare. No one would score over 35 points. The negative, like the balls, missed passes, lost possession would just be too great.
Yeah.
you'd be just you score a goal, you might get 60. They'd have to have it would it would have to be its own league. They would have to pump it up like they have with the MLS, A League only, and the top prize is like $9 or something. That's what it needs.
Would you feel like obligated to be like the A League guy if they had it?
I've had many a daydream in which Nicholas like contacts me and says, "We need you. It's time." And I go, "Don't know if I really want to."
I don't even mean it that way, but if you were like, do you need to like be the guy who owns all the A League cards because you're
Oh no, not at all. I know too much. I've seen too much.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's like a senior of the A League, someone that's really. You know how the MLS gets like old washed players to come and
Mhm.
have one more crack? We get like the old washed players well after retirement. We get the guys we bring out of retirement. We're like, oh, you're 65 years old? Come on in. Although, well, speak of the devil, like, how do you say his name? Mata? Juan Mata? Juan Mata. He plays in the A League now. So that proves my point exactly.
Yeah.
He was washed and now he's been like dry cleaned.
Did he play in like PK's league for a little bit? Whatever that like 5-a-side
The Kings
Kings
League.
League?
Yeah. That's washed. And then you have like an operation, move into a nursing home, come play the A League.
Is
It's a good
Alexander Grant
system.
still there? Or did he go somewhere else?
No, I don't think he's there anymore. Yeah, Michael Bradley in 10 years, A League, all over it.
Where is Alexander Grant? I don't mean Alexandra Grant.
She
Sydney
sounds
FC.
lovely. Oh, really? Okay. I don't follow it that well, so I like to say things with confidence, even if I have no real idea whether what I'm saying is true. I find it's a good rule to live by. It's also a good way to deal with directions. Someone asks you for directions, just point them in a direction with confidence. They'll get there eventually.
Someone actually gave me that advice once. I grew up in New York, like in New York City, and so people were always asking because nobody ever knows where they're going. And it was like, you're actually better off not admitting you don't know, and you're just like 3 blocks that way, take a right.
Absolutely.
And then
Yeah.
when they're there, like you can't send them too far. But like once they're there and they're like, this isn't right, they'll just ask somebody who might know.
Yeah. You want to get on the train to Philadelphia. You want to ride that for about 2 or 3 hours. You're going to meet a guy named Hank. He's going to take you into a cave. Things are going to happen there with Hank. Don't worry about it. Remove them from your mind. You should be there in about half an hour. Yeah.
Right. Wear sunglasses. You'll need them.
Exactly.
Somehow Alexander Grant is 31.
Damn.
I bring this up because I have his jersey mint card that I won once and can't use it because
he played for Pohang. He did. There you go.
And then he went to China for 3 months.
A lot of Australian players, their kind of peak is they graduate from the A League and go and play in like Kazakhstan or something. There's not a lot of like if the A League was onboarded onto Sorare, you don't have to worry about Saudi. You have to worry about the Peruvian League. Oh no, the Peruvian League's covered. Terrible example. God damn it. You have to worry about the Antarctica League. There we go. Much better. There he is. A handsome
injury.
man.
Oh.
Damn. Unregistered him. It sounds like a euphemism for put him down.
Wow. Harry
like
trades his old team. Apparently he's going to win that very sharp trophy.
Could have been yours, Harry. Everyone's just pulling out their random A-League players.
Just
very impressive.
I feel like every 4 years with the World Cup, and they all show up, and it's like, oh yeah, I know that guy. Yeah,
we do all right.
Aussies are moving into Hearts in Scotland.
Got an Aussie in the MLS this year, Kai Rowles.
Oh yeah,
Oh, and I think there's a guy playing for Nashville who's Australian as well. I'm sure someone will be able to tell me who it is.
How big is that there? That like
The MLS?
no. Like there's like a niche part of the football media here of that only tracks Americans like abroad.
Yeah.
And they actually don't care about MLS, and like their whole existence is to like figure out which Americans are playing where somewhere else.
Yeah. What's Joe Scally up to? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly that.
I think if somehow we get an Australian playing in the Premier League, you'll hear about it every week. Otherwise, no, nothing at all. It's Australian football is a weird because there's I'm sure it's the same in the States at the moment. Like every kid seems to play soccer now. Like that's just it's very popular, but the media doesn't care about it. The league doesn't have any money, so there's not really any kind of reason for people to keep playing. But the like support for football is there. Like way more kids wear. I've seen Messi jerseys everywhere of late. Like kids love soccer here, but it seems like no one's trying to turn that into Australia being a good footballing country. At least from my perspective, obviously.
So there's not like a weekly update of like where Tim Cahill is?
Oh yeah, we have that. We have a webcam set up, but but just for Tim Cahill.
He just
He's
walks
not in the Premier League anymore, but man, we love him. Here he is at the beach. Yeah. He was good. He was bloody good.
Hannah said there are a couple in the Prem this season.
Trying to think of who they are. Shows how much I know. They're not great, but they count.
Here we go. Sportingnews.au. That'll tell us.
That big unit that was playing for Stoke for a while. Oh, yeah, Joe Gauci. Garen Qualls playing for Newcastle United. Well, I say playing. He's in Newcastle.
0 goals for everybody.
Yeah, that's an underwhelming list.
That's it, huh?
Oh dear.
All right.
Oh well. Good for us. We're smashing it. Beautiful.
It's funny. Everybody's like leaving comments of players, and I'm like, I don't know who any of these people are.
Yeah, don't do that. Regretting bringing it up already.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, my bad. Anyway, this is not a real name, is it? Nestoroi Irankunda?
It is. He's probably the only player we have that's any. I think he's playing for like the Bayern reserve grade team. He's actually really good. Our national coach refuses to start him in national games for some reason. But he's quite good.
I feel like this is the face I was just giving when you said that.
Yeah. I went and saw the Socceroos play a World Cup qualifier last year, and they lost 1-0 to Bahrain. It was tough watching. Pavlo plays Sorare. Miliadnak was Australian and is a Palace legend. Great beard too.
I bet there's an article that on RotoWire, maybe, where I wrote about Jednak.
There you go.
So this guy, Nestori Irakandu, is teammates with a guy I have a super rare of.
On the old Grasshoppers. Did we decide who's going to be the new Cucho on the Sorare Data homepage now?
The best comment that I saw was actually from Mike Baston that it should be Miguel Almiron because he's actually back in MLS.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good point. I was listening to that conversation the other day, and in my head I was thinking it can't be one of these. It has to be a Sorare heritage guy. They have to have a big head card, I think, to be on there. But the Almiron shout is pretty good because it just works.
It just works, right. But I do
Although
agree with Brad Guzan. Seeing Brad Guzan's like shiny, beautiful bald head.
With exactly the same face that he's had for 4
Same
years.
one. Exactly.
With a little smile.
Right. Maybe just like
Smirk.
the lip is just like a little bit higher.
That footage of him like struggling in the net against Miami last year is, I think, one of the greatest sporting moments of all time. It's so good.
When they shove him in and
I mean, who shoved him in? Was it Suarez?
Suarez, I think, yeah.
Of course, yeah. I mean, that is a power move. Talk about like putting yourself in a dominant position, pushing someone into a net. You own them for life. Like Suarez owns Gazan now forever because you can't come back. Like he got out and he was like, "Hey, I'm furious," but it doesn't.
Hold me back.
Everyone, you're a joke now. You know, so a powerful move.
Twas. All right. I think it's time for you to start your day. Although you've been up since 1 o'clock in the morning, but
yeah.
But I appreciate the time. Thanks for coming on. Thank you for sharing the commandments with us off those gold plates. Where do you leave the gold plates now? Just hanging in your house somewhere?
Just put them in storage, up in the roof. It's my winter jackets.
There you go.
Yeah, I've got a baby now, so I can't be leaving sharp gold objects around.
It's a good point. Good point.
Very dangerous. She could pull one down on her head and tragedy. So
okay, on that note, thank you to everybody for coming. If you could please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny. What's today? Thursday? I guess I'll be back Friday. So yeah. Thanks everyone for coming. Ali, thanks for sharing all of those with us. And
no worries.
Yeah, good luck with everybody's lineup building, and remember to go outside.